subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
That I have received, the kind of love I've received for Bunty Babli has been immense, has been tremendous. I don't want to do anything which is going to make my daughter miss me, and I would see a film and say that, I would have been at home, it would have been better. First shot that I was giving for Bunty Babli, I needed 2-3 more shots for getting into the bubbly mode.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah and today I'm going to be having a conversation with somebody who I have admired a lot. We are in conversation with the very talented Rani Mukerji. Welcome MissMalini ma'am, how are you?
Very well.
It's a big pleasure for me to sit across here because you are one of the reasons why I'm doing what I am doing.
How sweet.
I remember I was in 2nd standard when I watched Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and ever
My
since
God.
then I have watched all your films. I can say that very proudly, and I've loved you in every character that you played.
Thank you.
Now that Bunty Aur Babli 2 is coming, do
Right.
you know the kind of fan base that you're actually calling to the cinemas?
Actually, I am really fortunate that I have been part of Bunty Babli 1 and 2 now.
Yeah.
And it's my good fortune that in these 15 years that I have received the kind of love I've received for Bunty Babli has been immense, has been tremendous. Because I do believe that when Bunty Babli 1 had come, I don't think it got very good reviews. But the audiences made Bunty Babli a success. And the audiences gave that kind of love to Bunty Babli, because of which today Bunty Babli in a way has a iconic status. A lot of people have watched Bunty Babli, enjoyed the whole concept, because when Bunty Babli first came, it was a very new thing where they were showing small town. That time films in the mainstream were not showing those kind of things, and it was very new to an audience, and a lot of youngsters related with Rakesh and Vimi's characters because they were with people from small town with big dreams, and they wanted to fulfill a dream of theirs, and how they get disillusioned with the system and how they start conning the system back. So I think it had a lot of resonance and relevance with the story and stuff like that. And today when I see Bunty Babli 2 as a script, or when it came to me, I think it brought back memories of what I had felt during Bunty Babli 1.
I think it's also very relatable, like you are mentioning right now, that with the entire social media aspect to it, I like the relatability. Now, with what you answered right now, with being a part of cinema that's in your face, I think Rani Mukerji has always been a part of that kind of cinema, right from Raja Ki Aayegi Barat to Mehndi, Laga Chundri Mein Daag. Today, if I actually sit back and name all your films, somewhere all of them have been way ahead of their time. Okay, so today when people talk about cinema has evolved in the past 10 years, I was like, listen, have you even seen Rani Mukerji? She's been a part of cinema for 25 years now, and she's been evolving cinema ever since she entered the industry. Okay, somewhere was that a conscious decision that you want to do that kind of cinema?
I think, see, when I was a newcomer, I was like, I started when I was 16. I was really young. But what kept me connected with my fans, I think, is that each time I selected roles which portrayed a very strong Indian woman of that time. So whether it is early 2000s, whether it is mid, like during the 2004, 2005, 2010, or now 2015, 2020, I think each time I've tried to portray how Indian women are at this stage in our country. And a lot of that has probably you'll see the growth in those films or in my characters, because each time you think about India around that time, you will see a strong character in my film. And that's how I love to portray my characters, because I believe that Indian women are very strong from within, and that's what I love to portray on screen. And I think that's the relatability that I think my audiences have with my characters, because somewhere they feel that this is me, or this is somebody who I know.
That is so true. Because you said, you said that you started off when you were 16. Okay. I just watched one of your interviews where you said you didn't want to become an actor, you want to pursue something in academics. Okay?
Thank God I didn't.
I was going to ask you, if you weren't Rani Mukerji the actor, what?
I would be a lawyer, I think.
Oh, lawyer.
Yeah.
You make a damn good lawyer, for sure, I know that. But if I went back in time, 25 years back in time, when I told Rani Mukerji back then, you know what, 25 years later, this is the kind of impression you're going to have on millions of hearts out there. Would Rani Mukerji even believe me?
No, not at all. Because see, for somebody who didn't want to be an actor, for me, this is a huge blessing that after 25 years, like the blessing is still very much there, because the kind of love I have received from my fans. And I'm not saying this just because it's an interview and because I have to say some things, but I genuinely work for my fans. I genuinely do my roles with keeping them in mind. I genuinely believe that for somebody like me who's not even on social media, my fans keep me relevant till date because they love me so much. They've actually kept me relevant all these years. They actually have stood by me through thick and thin, through my successes, through my failures. And I think that's something that I can't exchange for anything else in this world. And I thank my mom for, you know, making or realizing my dream before I could, and telling me to do my first film. Because if I hadn't done my first film, I wouldn't know that there is something called acting or being an actor that I love, you know. And I discovered my love for this craft after getting into it. And I can't thank my mother enough. And I feel that mothers are the, like, you know, you should listen to your mother. Like I always keep telling everybody that please listen to your mums, because somewhere what your mum knows, even you won't know. And it's happened to me in my life. And I'm just so thankful that my fans have just loved me for whatever I have done. And that's the reason I never want to let them down. With each film, with each character of mine, I try to be completely different. I try to give them a different Rani, so that when they see the film, they're seeing a character, not me.
That's true.
And I guess that should be something that I want to follow in the next few years in my career as well, because I think that's what keeps me going, you know. Because if I challenge myself, I think that's the challenge that I feel very fulfilling at the end of the day.
True.
And especially today when I'm a mum, I don't want to do anything which is going to make my daughter miss me. And I would see a film and say that, you know, I would have been at home, it would have been better than for me to do this. So whatever work I do, I want to make sure, and I want Adira to know that I did this and my mom did this. She sacrificed her time with me, but she did something, you know, relevant and something that is important.
That's very, very, very thoughtful. Have you, because the kind of characters you've played and each character has been so different, okay, has there ever been a character that actually took some time for you to get off from it? Like a character that actually left a toll on you. Has there ever been a character like that? I think
the film that I recently did, Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway, I think it was a very, very emotionally draining film for me, because the kind of situations and turmoil that my character goes through in the film, I think, and because I shot it back to back, like I did my outdoor in Estonia, I came back to Bombay and I was shooting and completing that film. And once I completed it, I had just a 3-day gap within which I had to shoot a song for Bunty Aur Babli. And I realized that the first shot that I was giving for Bunty Babli, I needed 2-3 more shots for getting into the bubbly mode. You know, and I think so that's where I realized that probably that character hasn't left me as yet.
Quite difficult to leave characters.
Yes.
But does this also happen, okay, because I really think an actor's profession is one of the most difficult professions, because you really don't know when you once come home who the real you is, because you're playing so many characters in and out. Has this ever happened with you in real life that you have to behave like Rani Mukerji, but somewhere one of the characters that you've played has suddenly come to the forefront and you're like, listen, that's not how I can behave. Has that ever happened with you?
I think it happens during Mardani. Where I'm literally on, like, there's some kind of charge that I feel, and I feel like I'm the strongest woman on this planet. I really feel very, very empowered when I play that character.
But somehow, I don't know why, but as somebody who's admired your work, okay, when I watch Mardani, I'm like, that's what Rani Mukerji is in real life. How true is that?
Very true.
Anna?
Very true, yeah. I am absolutely like that, with the madness of, I think, Vimmi.
Nice. The interview that I spoke to you about, okay, where you were in chat with Saif Ali Khan, you guys also spoke about how, you know, you guys didn't want to kiss on screen for Hum.
Yeah, oh my God.
And how you kept talking to him very nicely that, hey, how are you? How have you come? Okay. And then eventually you all had to do it, and he said it that it was the worst in the history of cinema. Okay. Like one of that, is there anything else that, you know, as an actor, you were told that, hey, you have to do this, and you just didn't want to do it, and you were like, how do I get out of this situation? I do not know.
Yeah, that was actually one of the situations that both Saif and me were like really stuck, and we had to do it. And so that's the irony of life. And it was my husband who made sure. That time he wasn't my husband, and it is ironically he was the producer, and he said this scene has to happen.
Wow. But today when you guys work together, on Bunty Aur Babli too, do those old film thoughts come to you, and do you guys sit and discuss that?
Yes, of course.
Do you remember this?
Of
do you remember
course,
that?
It always happens, and especially with Saif and me, because we have so many memories together of working in so many different places on this planet. We have shot in like nearly so many different places, you know. So we have memories of the place, we have memories of our life at that point of time, you know, what we were going through personally during the periods that we've shot together. And now like Saif feels like home, you know, to me, because I feel very comfortable in his presence. The fact that we've not worked for 13 years was something that I think we realized that we missed working with each other, because there's a lot of love and respect we have for each other's work.
Bounce of each other's energy.
Yes, and also the fact that, you know, we in this film really had to be a team against the millennials. So we really worked like a team, you know. And we were like helping each other, and we were bettering ourselves. So it was fun. It was like we were supposed to be the underdog, and we played it like the underdog, you know. And I think people will really love this film because of the honesty and I would say the innocence with which this entire film is being made, you know. It's very sweet.
Last one coming your way. Today when you sit back, 25 years in the industry, is Rani Mukerji happy?
Of course, very happy. And I hope that the happy gods are always blessing me with happiness. But I truly believe that every person, they should define what happiness is to them. Because, you know, a lot of times the definition of happiness for different people are different things. You know, and for me, my happiness comes from the fact that today I see my daughter happy. You know, the day I don't see her happy, I am not happy. You know, so happiness is not really defined with you know, the bigger things in life. It's the smaller things that make you happy. And for me, my happiness revolves around my family, my husband and my daughter and my mother, and the people who are around me, my friends, my family. And when they are happy, I feel extremely happy. Because if there's anybody who's going through any tough time, it kind of affects us as well. You know, that's why I always pray that people around me should be happy. So that will make me happy at the end of the day.
That's true. But thank you so much for having a conversation with me. Here's wishing you all the luck for Bunty Aur Babli.
Thank you, my love.
And keep entertaining us like you have in the past 25 years, because
absolutely
always a Rani Mukerji fan.
And my heart to all my fans.
Yay! Thank you so much. So that was all for today, folks. Hope you have liked the video. Do not forget to comment and share the video with your friends. Also subscribe to MissMalini, and we're going to be back with yet another video super soon. Till then, take care.